So you've got this awesome goal of running a half marathon and you're over the age of 50. Kudos to you. That's grit and determination. But I want you to finish strong. I want you to finish not too fatigued. So today we're going to talk about training. And we're going to talk about a plan that works when you're over 50. We're going to use the very proven technique of run, walk, run. And we're going to talk about an easy, structured, 3-day-a-week running plan. Hi, I'm Ralph, the Ageless Runner. I'm all about helping you train smarter, run longer, and stay ageless. And welcome to episode 2 in my video series on running a half marathon after the age of 50. Where today, as I said, we're going to focus on training. How do you get ready to run 13.1 miles? So let me start off saying, if you're not a runner and you're not doing any vigorous exercise, please go get a medical clearance before you start doing excessive exercise, vigorous exercise. There's a reason that kids need to get a physical before they play sports. You're over the age of 50, before you start doing some hard exercise, please get checked out and make sure it's okay for you to do this. I don't know if you can hear the sound in the background. Cicadas. Now, how long is it going to take to get ready to run a half marathon? Well, I'm going to put it at 12 to 16 weeks. And the reason there for range for that, it really depends on where you are. If you're already a runner, you've got some running experience, or maybe you ride bikes or swims, we'll probably be closer to the 12-week point. But if you're not a runner, if you're not doing exercise, you're going to be closer to the 16-week point. You need to plan ahead, pick a race you'd like to do, and give yourself at least 16 weeks lead time to get ready for it. And keep in mind, we're not in a hurry, because we're not just training for race day. We're training for the long game. We're training to be lifelong runners. And this is a great foundation to get you ready to enjoy this hobby and this exercise for many years to come. Now, we're going to keep this training program fairly easy, fairly straightforward. We're going to limit it to 3 days a week. 3 days a week do I want you to run. One day is an easy run. That's where you're going to run 30 to 40 minutes. And we'll talk about run, walk, run here in a minute, but it's going to be an easy run. We're not going to push it. And then one day a week, you're going to do the long run. That's where we build our endurance. That's how we really get ready for this half marathon. We will gradually increase our long distance. And then third day a week, I want you to do something a little more intense. I want you to do like hill repeats, running up and down hills, do intervals where you run fast and walk for a while. That'll build some strength and stamina in your conditioning. Now, if that's too much, if running those hill repeats and intervals are too much, maybe do that every other week, but run 3 days a week. 1 or 2 easy runs, 1 long run, and maybe one of the days of those 3 days do something intense like intervals or hill repeats. That'll give you 3 or 4 days off to rest and recover. You can do something else if you want. If you like doing yoga, you like walking, it's okay to do those things, but make sure you get plenty of rest on those rest days. Now, our next, I'll call it secret. The first secret is running 3 days a week. The second secret is using run, walk, run. And if you're not familiar with that, it was developed many, many years ago by a former Olympian named Jeff Galloway. I think he ran in the 1972 Olympics. It's exactly like it sounds. You take structured walk breaks, and doing that reduces fatigue, minimizes the risk of injury, and allows you to run longer distances. That's our secret of running a half marathon or any long distance. Now, I have a series of videos on run, walk, run. I'll link below, but just to get started now, it's pretty easy. If you're new to running, I want you to think about running and walking equal times, and running somewhere between 15 and 30 seconds. So you'd run 15 seconds, walk 15 seconds, run 15 seconds, walk 15 seconds, or maybe as high as 30, run 30 seconds, walk 30 seconds. Stick to that 1-to-1 ratio, equal time as a beginner. As you get a little more experience and you get a little stronger, your endurance improves, go up to maybe a 2-to-1 ratio where you'll run twice as long as you walk. So you might run 30 seconds and walk 15. Again, by taking these structured walk breaks, we allow a little bit of recovery. It allows us to run these longer distances. There's no way I can run a half marathon without doing run, walk, run. It's a proven technique used by tens of thousands of people. So do not feel strange about using it. A lot of people use it. It'll get you to where you want to go. Now, I'd recommend keeping your run times, at least 15 seconds. And don't go more than 2 minutes. So you might go, run 2 minutes, walk 30 seconds, for example. Keep your ratio below 4-to-1, but run somewhere between 15 seconds and 2 minutes and walk whatever distance you need to walk. But use those structured walk breaks. Get those miles in that we'll talk about here next. Let's talk about the long run, because that's really the secret sauce to accomplishing this goal. Every week you're going to do a long run, and every week you're going to want to increase that distance very slowly, very gradually. That's how we build up our endurance. That's how you're going to get ready to run this race. You just can't go from 0 to 13 right away. You got to gradually ease up to it. And so you want to increase it a little bit every week. Now, I recommend increasing it no more than 1 mile a week. You don't have to do a mile, but no more than 1 mile. You often hear this 10% rule. They say increase no more than 10%. I don't like that rule, because when you're running, your long runs are low mileage, like you're running 3 miles, 10% is only a third of a mile. You could probably do more than a third of a mile. And when you get up to high runs, if you're running 10, 12 miles, then maybe 10% is too much. So no more than a mile, but you have to decide how much, but no more than a mile. Add that every week to your long run. Now, your goal is roughly 2 weeks before the race, get up to where your long run is about 11 or 12 miles. And I say 2 weeks because you need to have some recovery time. You've been training hard. You want to make sure your body's rest and recovery before you go into that race. Doesn't mean you don't run during those last 2 weeks. You're going to run. You're going to do easy runs. You're going to take it easy. You can do 30 to 40-minute easy runs. Maintain that stamina, maintain that endurance you build up, but don't push it too hard. Don't do any more long runs. Don't do any hill repeats. Don't do any intervals. Take it easy. Just do easy runs. Now, one thing I've not talked about yet is pace. How fast should you be doing these runs? First off, I don't want you to worry about speed. Don't worry about pace. Don't worry about it during your training. And please do not worry about it when you do your race. It's not about how fast you go. It's about going out there, getting the miles, and having fun. But that said, your easy run day and your long run day should be in an easy pace, a conversational pace. What I mean by that is if you had somebody with you, you could hold a conversation with them. You could talk in complete sentences. If you can't do that, you're running too hard. You need to back off. Now, on the days you do hill repeats or intervals, that's different. There you want to run hard. You want to run more anaerobically. You're going to be breathless. You're going to run as hard as you can in those days. But the other days, your long run days, your easy days, run at a conversational pace. Make it easy on yourself. Get the miles. Don't worry about how long it takes you. Now, since you're over 50, running alone isn't really all you should do. You should be doing strength training. You should be doing stretching and mobility training. Obviously, we're losing muscle mass as we get older. Our joints are stiffening up. So incorporate those on your off days. I would not recommend you run and go to the gym. I'd recommend you do those types of activities on off days when you're not running. All kinds of things you can do: foam roll, stretching, yoga, anything that'll get you moving and get you limbered up a little bit is good to do on those off days. Now, my last piece of advice is life happens, and you're going to be training for 12 to 16 weeks. A lot can happen during that time. You might get sick. You might have to have a conflict that comes up. Don't try to catch up. Don't try to make up runs. Just move forward. If you miss a day, maybe you got to travel. Don't try and make up that day. Just move forward. Pick up where you left off. And by all means, listen to your body. If you feel unusually tired, if you're not feeling it, don't do that run today. Or, I said doing intervals and speed work, maybe don't do that every week, do that every other week. Again, rest and recovery is so important when we're over the age of 50. You really need your body to get that healing, get that repair process going. So relax, take it easy, and don't push it. So there you have it. And just to recap, run 3 days a week, use run, walk, run, make long runs your priority and gradually increase them, and do strength training and stretching in the off days. And pretty soon, you'll be ready to run that half marathon. Now, in the next week's episode, we're going to talk about fueling our bodies, because nutrition, hydration is so important to get ready to run 13.1 miles. That's a long run. That's a long race. We need to prepare our bodies from a nutrition standpoint. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful and you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you're new here and you want to continue watching this series, please click that subscribe button also. Thank you so much. Remember, train smarter, run longer, stay ageless. Thank you.